What? Flight boss, bitch, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of an Terry's Mo. Dolo the Archangel Uriel, and Dolo here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're going to talk about the power of the sun. Now, I'm going to correlate this with everything, right? Now, the power of the sun. The sun brings sight. It's your ability to see. So when you receive light, you're basically receiving the imagination of the sun. You're receiving all the creation and being able to see all the things that was created. So when we talk about the sun brings conscious awareness. It brings insight. And insight and conscious awareness trickles down into energy of action, visions, visualization. We know, what is a vision? A vision, fire signs know what visions are more than any sign. Because visions are the feelings and the emotions, but actually giving it color, giving it mm, mm, that shit is tight. But vision is more like, is when you give your emotions and feelings a color, a place, a location, a person, a shape, a form. When you start to give, because feelings is the yin realm. You can't see what it look like, but once you give it a location, once you give it all this kind of shit, it has a look now. So check this out. It becomes a vision. And when something becomes a vision, you see it, but others can't see it. So the only way you can let other people see your vision is by expressing it, talking about what you see now. You gave your feelings and emotions some color and light and a location and a person, place, or thing and a point of reference, and now you're basically expressing it to others through your body language, your actions, or things of that nature, or so be it. However you express it, through your character, the way you dress, that's how you express your vision. You know what I'm saying? And going about your goals. So all this is tied to the sun. You know what I'm saying? It's your actions. It's what's being paid attention to. So people don't really understand the real dynamics with the sun though, because this kind of science been going down for from the beginning of the existence of remnants of realities and frequency vibrations, aka people being able to receive that energy. Because even when you go to the Bibles, I don't care what religion, every Bible is explaining how there was a representation on whatever plateau of it. For an example, we're on a plateau of Earth, right? So every religion on Earth is telling you how the sun has brought a representation here to physically play out the character and the attributes of the sun that walk amongst man. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like religious is kind of telling you that the sun was once a man that walks the earth and it has ascended. Or it could be telling you how to become a son. And how you get that out of each religion in the Bible is just understanding the story. There's always a Messiah. But you have to understand how the Messiah came. They always say it comes down from a message. So really it's just letting you know these people were just these was just people who embodied the sun energy better than someone else. You know what I'm saying? These are people who say, I'm bringing a message. What is the sun? Light. What is light? Illusion, information, sound, frequency. That's traveling. It's the energy of that. You see what I'm saying? So when someone is bringing the light, I could just say I'm bringing a message or I'm giving you some information. When you got an idea or you just got informed about something, that's why cartoons create light bulbs on top of your head. You see what I'm saying? And that's why every time you see a Messiah, they have the sun behind their head. It's a frequency. So basically, the best person who could come down here and embody the sun energy the best will be seen as the sun. So this is why they always refer to these messiahs as the son of Christ, the son of God. You know what I'm saying? Then you go back and say the sun God and things of that nature. So It's all correlate to the same thing. So now the question will be, well, what do we have to do to embody the sun? And see, this is where people get misunderstood, because you have a bunch of scientists and people who off the bat just ready to put people in the pseudo box and stuff like that. When because they look at the sun as just being an object. So now even astrologers, they just look at the sun like it's the sun. So they give you the energetic force of it, but it'll leave you to think like, okay, all I gotta do is be up under the sun and absorb all the sun energy and be like the sun and this, that, and the third. And then you think that's embodying the sun. And you got a lot of so-called black people and Hebrew Israelites and stuff like that who feel like they have to, this is their way of getting the power of the sun. But they see it every day how that doesn't show in examples in their life. They just make up reasons of why they think the sun helped them and things of that nature. When if everybody understood and overstood that the sun has its own personality itself, then you will start to understand that you just being up under the sun or worshiping the sun ain't enough. You see what I'm saying? Now, they got things called like panpsychism, when they try to correlate how the universe and everything in it is a living existence. But this is the scientist's way of trying to make you not believe that, because they didn't overanalyze that so much that it'll make it's just a theory now. They didn't misconfuse that science and took it away from you to the point that it make you not believe that the sun has a conscience, when the sun does have a conscience. But the way that scientist is trying to describe consciousness and trying to place it in different areas of arenas, it'll make you think, okay, that's the description and that's what consciousness means. And since something ain't conscious like that, then that means these beings can't be conscious beings. It gets you through a bunch of mind retardedness. When no, the conscious awareness, it is what it is. So once you understand that the sun have its own conscious, now you can start to put pieces together and start understanding why shit work and why shit don't work. No matter how much you under the sun, no matter how much you want to say the sun burned up this group of people and the sun is only here for us and this, that, and third. Look, that's all man-made understandings of the sun. But the sun is very clear, trying to tell you what's going on, and it's leaving signs and symbols here for you to see it. But man want to act like men and women is the only conscious awareness. So, oh, this must be talking about us. No, the sun is talking about its goddamn self. Y'all niggas look into these religions, look to the past Bible and say, okay, oh, we talk the sun, oh, we come from the sun. Oh, so this is what it's talking about. Cause we this. No, the sun is telling you, no, nigga, I'm this. And if you want to be something like this, then this is the rule book. So now that you understand it like this, now it's gonna make sense now. So when you look at people on this earth and shit, right? Now, like I said, even in the Bibles and things of that nature, when they talk about all the messiahs was people who came here and embodied the sun energy the most. So just look at all these messiahs and just pay attention to what they're actually doing. Pay attention to the circumstances and situations that they're going through, and know what the sun likes to do. Now we know the sun brings attention. The sun brings light. So anything that got a lot of light and focus is going to be paid attention to. So the sun personality itself likes getting attention. Don't just stop there and be like, oh, the sun is just an object. So whoever got the most sun in their chart, they can shine bright. This is where the Leo ego comes in, because the Leo is ruled by the sun. So they understand the sun nature, but just men being in men bodies and brains and women brains, they look at it like, oh, I'm a Leo, so I get all the attention. I can get all the attention. No, the reason you get attention is because it's certain quality traits that you do subconsciously that the sun do. And that's how but you have to understand that the sun likes attention. So when you see people who get, look at everybody in the world who gets the most attention. People pay the most attention to. You're going to see negative things about them. You're going to see positive things about them, right? And you may be a person who worship the sun. Hebrew Israelite or whatever, and you stay up on the sun like, okay, I need this sun to soak this energy up like that. But you the same person looking at this person like, oh, this person getting prosperity because of this, that, and the third, because they got this, that, and control, or this, that, and third. No, buddy, you're wrong. You know what's happening? You know why this person is able to receive all the fruits and labors and benefits out of this realm of reality and the illusions and lights that we up under down here? You know why? Because it's something that they're doing that the sun likes to do. That's part of the sun character. And when you channel the sun in the way the sun likes to be channeled, whatever you channel, channels you also. So just like my video how I said Beyonce is the representation of Earth right now, Gaia picked Beyonce to be the representation within inside Gaia itself for us to look at, okay, this is how Gaia film looks. The sun does the same thing. Venus does the same thing. You got warlords, war gods here. People who are professional, people who go to war, who know how to go to war better than anybody else. You see what I'm saying? These people know how they access the energy that Mars like more than anybody else. So we're not talking about your little spectrum of light of Mars of people who may know how to fight, people who may know how to play sports, people who know how to win argumentative debates, or people who may know how to win debates to be presidents and shit. No, the people who get in the totality of this energy is the people who orchestrating the wars, the elite. Them the next niggas who's gonna become planets and shit like that. Do you understand? So you will look at it like, why God or somebody giving them all this, allowing them to create weapons and shit, or allowing them to do this to destroy the world? They're gonna destroy the world. No, the reason they got access to that conscious awareness is because they accessing the true nature that Mars like. Like I said, these energies don't give a fuck about you. That's just like if you're doing something for a person, right? If you're doing something that person don't like, don't expect that person to be doing a bunch of shit for you. But if you're in a relationship and you're doing a bunch of shit that person like, be prepared to be used as a crutch, get taken advantage of, but also be prepared for that energy to be received also. The favor to be returned, the pleasure to be returned. You think these motherfucking planets don't think the same fucking way? You need to think twice before you on the losing end and start to cast stones on the other people saying, well, God know that they're on the wrong side of energy and whatever they done to me gonna be done back to them. You need to start thinking twice about that time. Those times that shit happened. Because what you really need to start thinking is, okay, why does this person even have access to the energy to be able to win in the first place? You need to understand that. That's what you need to start thinking about. Energies don't give a fuck about you. The energy is gonna go towards the person in the pitch who emitting the most of that shit. So, for an example, you in a realm of reality. Is you and somebody else on the board that got 2 + 2, right? Now the sun deals with, let's use Mercury. Now the Mercury deals with thinking, communicating, and analyzing, right? So, depending on you and this other person looking at the board that say 2 + 2, that's just now both of y'all finna jump into Mercury because y'all both finna start analyzing and thinking what is 2 + 2, right? Now, both of y'all are vibrating on two frequencies, two different frequencies, right? But say y'all both dumb, y'all both really don't know what 2 + 2 is, like y'all cavemen, right? But check this out. If you got a master that's looking at both of y'all and say, whoever figure out what's 2 + 2 first, the person who don't figure it out will die. I will kill you. And this was their way of teaching the society of how to learn math, right? Now, your life is on the line, right? Now, but say you next to a person whose frequency vibrating is higher than yours. They've been going in their mind, putting rocks together, sticks together on their own time. You just somewhere doing whatever the master was telling you, right? So when it's time for the master and y'all life on the line to equal up what's 2 + 2 on the board, right? This motherfucker who vibrating frequency, he come with the answer first. 2 + 2 is 4, right? Now, your ass get killed. Now, all your family is thinking about it like, damn, that's so bad. They got killed. I hate this society. This person is wrong for being able to do that to society. Now, this is what I'm telling you. You think Mercury gave a fuck about who got killed? Mercury ain't give a fuck who got killed. Mercury just gave the answer to the person who was channeling Mercury the most. The person who was vibrating their frequencies on Mercury the most. That little dumb caveman who was putting two sticks together all the time and two rocks together. That nigga was accessing and utilizing Mercury, what Mercury like doing the most, right? Other than the person who was doing whatever the master's saying, just going about and not getting prepared. So when their life was on the line and it was time for both of them to know what 2 plus 2 was, that nigga wasn't vibrating high enough on Mercury. So you think Mercury gonna sit back like, oh, this person gonna get killed. Let me just give this person the answer. No, Mercury gonna resonate with the motherfucker who was resonating with it. So the nigga who was putting 2 sticks and rocks together, he might end up turning into one of these motherfuckers who rule other motherfuckers now. Now, what he did with the energy was based upon his frequency vibration. But by no means necessary did Mercury give a fuck what he was going to do with the energy. Mercury just accessed the nigga who accessed him the best. So when you take that back to the sun, which you're consciously aware of in people's actions, and you seeing people getting the most prosperities and shit up in this life, don't be questioning them like they doing something wrong. Nah, they going up. You need to start questioning the sun, because they just doing what the sun like, what the sun is consciously aware of, and what the sunlight taking actions on. And if that's taking certain rulership over certain things, creating certain illusions and lights, and creating realms and creating creations of illusions, lies, and language for people to wrap themselves up in, so it can emit enough energy to the point that it can be like, well, goddamn, whoever's showing the best representation of me, I'm gonna come down there and use that one of these motherfuckers as a vessel to do that. And then motherfucker come down here as Jesus for 2,000 years, come down here as Muhammad for another 2,000 years, come down here as Brahma for another 2,000 years, come down here as all Denisha, come down here as all these different motherfuckers for 2,000 years, and y'all motherfuckers arguing amongst these motherfuckers, and it's the same motherfucker. The motherfucking son. Just do y'all get it? You see what I'm saying? It's the same motherfucker. Y'all sitting here arguing between these motherfuckers and failing to realize it's the same story, just in different times. Another motherfucker who came down here accessing the energy the way this motherfucker like. So next time you come down here and hear a motherfucker talking about I'm ruling something, I'm the government, I own this land, y'all should rule under this. Why do you think they're allowed to do that motherfucking shit? Because that's what the motherfucking son like to do, and that motherfucker been doing it for ages. And y'all motherfuckers down here arguing amongst them like they different ones, different motherfuckers. It's the same energy frequency. It's the same vibration. I'm Archangel Uriel. I'm telling y'all niggas this. I don't give a fuck about Jesus. I don't give a fuck about Muhammad. See what I'm saying? Them niggas ain't God. Those is niggas sons of shit. Those is fucking spirits, fucking beings that's just coming down here accessing the one that came before them stronger than anybody else. You got one nigga who, like, for an example, I'm the little pilot man, right? Boom, I didn't create a planet U, right? Boom. Look, I die, right? And transform and become an oversoul or a planet, right? Then you get some other motherfucker down here who channeling me the best. They come down here, Mikey the spaceship man, right? Now he coming in the next 2,000 years. Now he probably channeling me on some shit where I'm at, like, oh, that's the shit I like down here. So he embodying me down here. He me the 2,000 years later after I didn't send it, right? Then boom, he died, transformed. Boom, he come back to me, right? In my oversoul and shit, right? Now I'm a sun, planet, galaxy, or something like that. Then you get a motherfucker now who down here, you get Mikey the pilot space station man. You know what I'm saying? And he channeling Mikey the spaceman. While Mikey the spaceman was channeling me the 2,000 years before that. And you see how I keep going on? But at the end of the day, it was me. It was all me. You see what I'm saying? That's what we can do. You fucking in existence. This is your fucking power. This is what you can do. See, me and my soul group, this is what we about to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the only difference. Y'all niggas y'all can do that. You know what I'm saying? But it might take y'all a few thousand years and a few other 1,000 years and being certain asteroids and just particles and ash dust and heliums and and just hydrogen at one point in time. You gotta be 1,000 other shit and get all those understandings, insects and shit, and become thousands of different understandings and shit before you can even understand what my soul group about to do now, nigga. You see what I'm saying? Real shit, motherfucker. Fight boss, bitch. Goddamn, but you niggas need to start understanding, nigga. It ain't. Stop blaming these motherfuckers, cause these motherfuckers just dumbass motherfuckers just like you, with brains just like you. So don't be next to a motherfucker like why he got more, or why she got more than I got. No, she got the same access to the energy you got. It's just you looking at realms of illusions and lights and shit. You might be looking at shit like, oh, they shiesty. They did that evil shit. They did that negative shit. It might be evil or negative to the realm of reality you in, but don't doubt in your head now 1 second that's the motherfucking sun wanting to do some evil or negative shit. Whatever you consciously aware of and have insight based upon actions, how people act or how you act, or what you're paying attention to, that's going to revolve around the sun. Anything that's dealing with sight and illusion, light, what you can see, is dealing with the sun. It's tapping into the sun energy. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you step into thinking, communicating, and analyzing, stepping into Mercury energy. Anytime you're expressing love, appreciation, value, or relatingness, you're tapping into Venus energy. But you need to know that these are beings, and the rotation that you are under and that you're in, they fought for that position. They fought for that position. It ain't that it's just love everywhere in the universe, or hatred and aggressiveness all in the universe, like Mars or no, these are just actual sigils, energies. These are beings. The totality of you is a being. If I want to describe you as a person, if I knew you personally and I want to describe you, when I'm describing you, I'm describing the totality of you as a being to somebody. But when you get greater beings, larger brains, larger vessels, larger consciousness awarenesses, larger sigil. So as you a small being in that, you're catching a small portion of a person's personality. Why you think you gotta, and then you want to say, all right, you're gonna have people saying I'm pseudo or don't believe me, then it's no purpose for you to be in astrology. Because the only way somebody can tell you about who you is what? Describing your chakras, describing your planets, describing your houses. That's how you know who you is. If you ask somebody, if somebody want to know, man, how do I think? How do I analyze? What they gonna do? Go to astrology. What they looking? They looking at Mercury. You looking, that's your personality. That's how you describe your personality. So to sit here and look at me like what the fuck I'm saying, and it's not like what I'm saying, like I'm trying to set these things apart like they're characters. No, you are a smaller version of them. So you carrying energies of all of them in one. But these motherfuckers is themselves and they under their own constellation. You see what I'm saying? Don't be naive. Duh. When you want to know how you act and how you think, what you do? You go to your astrology chart. So if it's something out there, if it's something that you can point to describe how you act, where do you think they get it from? It's not just an object that's just somewhere, and that's how you can tell how your conscious awareness and personality is. You got religious people all day. They'd be like, oh, nah, that's panpsychism. The stars, they're not living conscious beings. The planet's not living conscious beings. But to know how their conscious being and personality is, they look at their birthday. and how do you describe your birthday? The fucking planets. So if you know your conscious come from there, how can you say they're not conscious? Like, it don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? I don't understand why the world is so retarded, but that's why I'm here. Archangel Uriel, here to teach the knowledge of the stars. Flight boss, bitch, goddamn air, and you are a motherfucking star. You better believe it.